Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Welcome everyone. Welcome to another day of PMPO BSF. And before we continue, so we are getting into more technicality. So now the time which pushes us towards uh, before getting into project management, because yesterday we transitioned into project management and we took a pause. Everyone remember that? Yes, no? Unmute
Yes,
yourself and you
yes.
say yes. Yeah, thank you. So for that very reason, what we are going to do is today, before we start, let us remind each other for code of honor. Okay. For knowing code of honor, I would request you all to go through the day one's recording very soon. I need to reshare the last two or three recording. Of course, Zoom is available. I am going to share that why we are doing some activities, that has been the reason behind all the what's have been mentioned in the first recording, but still we are going to go ahead and we will remind ourselves with the code of honor for this track. And for that very reason, I'm going to share my screen with you all, and let me know once you all can see my screen. Can you all see that? Yeah, say unmute yourself
Yes.
and say yes. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Cool.
yes.
Now I want you to just focus over here on these code of honor. These are going to be a reminder. We are, when it comes to delivery model, we are encouraging agile way, and agile is full of ceremonies. When we say ceremonies, means what? Who can tell me?
Meeting.
Ceremonies, meetings, absolutely right. Agile is full of ceremonies and ceremonies, meetings, and that demands you to show up live, be it in person or in remote, from wherever you are connecting for your work purpose. But here, what we will do, we will consider, because we are learning over here, this training also demands you to show up live. And but how you are going to show up? You are going to show up well before time. Okay, and that we consider as on time. uh, be punctual and be highly committed. In case you are not practitioner of this, okay, consider this training itself as a project and continue to practice it over here. Show up again and again, start on time. And what is going to happen is that the moment the time comes, you will start experiencing that you already hold these traits. And why? Because it is also said that how you do anything is how you do everything. Second, you chose to learn, you became a student, but we want you to be the full stack student who does all the assignments, be it said or unsaid. What is said, what is unsaid, in day one's recording we have explained. Do self research and repeat what they learn. That makes you full stack student. And while you do so, it is quite easy for you to finish what you start, and thereby you hit the success. Okay, and you can take the full responsibility of that. But what will happen when you don't finish what you start? You may not hit the failure, you may not hit the success. Then what do you hit? You may hit the failure. So can you take the full responsibility of that as well, just because you did not finish? And if you didn't even start, you need to take the full responsibility of that failure itself, because the failure, the reason behind that failure was not even the touching it, not even the triggering it. So what will happen when you take the full responsibility of both the element, including failure? You would realize, you would embrace, you would accept, and thereby you may go back and you may correct. And then you will again realize that failure was not a failure, that became trail to the success or part of it. So remember to take the full responsibility of both the element as a third code of honor of this track, which we are honoring together. And while you do so, you need to remember, for doing so, you need to inculcate a concrete mindset, to which we call it as a Kaizen mindset. When we say Kaizen, what is the meaning of Kaizen? Who remember that? What is the meaning of Kaizen? Yeah?
Continue improvement for
Yeah,
learning.
continue. Yes, you are right. Continuous improvement. And for that, you need to inculcate the learning mindset. More learning minded you will become, you will find yourself growing more positive minded you will become. You will find yourself getting loaded in gratitude, that leads to the highest level of productivity. More you do that, you will find yourself growing more complaint free, in a way that tomorrow you may, as a leader, deliver any project with the stringent timeline, or even with the lack of resources. While you do so, remember to be the giver. So, why giver? Because it is said that what you want more of, you must start giving away the portion of. Okay. So, keeping also ego away on the path of learning, that makes you more spiritually grounded. When I say spiritually grounded, it means that on the path of growth, it means that your happiness level enhances, and happiness is today's new productivity, and that's the demand of the corporate. Just while ago I said that what you want more of, you must start giving away the portion of. And for that very reason, in case you are earning, can you decide to give away the portion of your earning to the causes wherever you believe in, the causes like donating to the orphanages or old age home, or feeding hungry children, or again donating to any churches, mosque, or gurudwara or temple, wherever you believe in. Why? Because when you give, you grow. When you receive, you may survive. And in case you are not earning today, can you have at least intention of giving away the moment you start getting placed or start earning uh, uh, at least 5% or 10% of your earning once you get placed, to again when to those causes wherever you believe in. And while you do so, you need to remember to appreciate what you do, what others do for you. And even it doesn't seem like it is helping you out in return, continue to do so, because that is the again universal reason that says that what you appreciate appreciates you back. And while you do so, remember to start your day with the highest level of productivity. And for that very reason, I generally appeal my candidates to start your day by embracing 30 days challenge. 30 days challenge is a an audio program, and that more you listen to it, more you start your day by listening to this 30 days challenge. This is a complimentary for a PMPO track student. It enhances your every single day activity in a positive way, that you will be amazed to see that how you end your every single activity in a positive with the positive outcome. And why do I share that? Because my hundreds of students have been benefited out of it. You too can be as well. To experience that, you need to just DM me 30 DC, and I'll be happily sharing you the link of this audio program. Only the challenge is that the moment you miss a day, you need to restart all over from day 1 to day 30. This is 30-day challenge. You will be able to see the impact of it in between, anywhere or up to 30 days, and after 30 days. While you do so, we are taking a deep dive into deep learning. So what we need to remember to do is that always start your deep learning or technical learning by following golden quadrant of learning that comes with 4 easy steps. This is the proven one, and that's the reason I'm sharing with you all. I want you all to follow this. So whenever you start any deep learning, start with the four steps of the golden quadrant of learning. Fourth step, where first and second we do it here, and third and fourth is expected from you to do it at your own pace and place. Okay, so what is first and second and third and fourth? First is we will do what? We will put the anchor with the declaration. Then we'll take a deep dive into deep learning, the technical learning. Then you are expected to draw whatever you have learned after 24 hours using pen and paper. Okay, and while you do so, flaunt it back in shooting a summary video where 90 minutes of lecture you are expected to summarize in a 90 seconds, or maximum up to 3 minutes of video. And the way you are going to summarize it in a way that even 5 years old can understand. That's the challenge. And thereby, this is going to be an unsaid assignment for you as well. And you need to track this unsaid assignment submission in the WhatsApp group, where you are getting the Zoom link, and you will be able to track your own progress day by day. Only the catch is that you need to submit every single time you are done with your learning of a PMPO track over here. So let's take dive with the first and second over here. So we will go ahead with declaration with the anchor. What is declaration? What the anchor? What is the reason behind? What is the scientific reason behind that? Everything I have explained in day one's video. So what we are going to do is that we are going to put the anchor along with the declaration. So what will be the anchor? I will be counting out 1, 2, 3, and quick high five. Just now you heard on your speaker that you are going to model me, and then you are going to repeat after me when I speak up the selected statement on your screen. So just unmute yourself and say yes if you all can read the selected statement on screen. Everyone, please go unmute yourself and say yes. If
Yes.
yeah, and now I appeal you to model me. Thank you. Thank you for quick yeses. Everyone go on a unmute and please do ready to model me. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
Quick
I'm a
learner.
quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What
What
others
others
can
can
learn and
learn and
master.
master,
I too can do that.
I too can
I
do
too
that.
can do that.
One more time along with me. Once I read, and let's continue to model. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. Because I'm a fast learner,
Because
Because
I'm a
I'm a
fast
fast
learner.
learner,
today's learning is going to be
Today's learning
Today's
is
today's
going
learning
to
is
be
going to be
super duper easy to me.
super
super
duper
duper
easy.
easy to
super
me.
easy to me.
Yes, it is going to be because you said so. And before we take a deep dive into technical learning, a quick reminder to you all that how we are going to remain connected every Thursday and Friday. We are going to remain connected at 10 p.m. EST for technical sessions. Saturday, what you are going to do is that you are going to submit the assignment from the learning of tech session. Assignment could be said or unsaid or both. What is unsaid, just now I explained again. And Sunday, what you are going to do is that submit the assignment from the learning of Friday. Again, said and unsaid, or and both or both. Okay. So if no said assignment is there, unsaid assignment is by default you are going to submit. That's the learning summary. Okay. Monday, you are going to do your own research, repeat whatever you have learned, or if still assignment is not completed, there is still day one's window is there, or prepare any question that you want answer on the next technical session that is going to be again on Thursday. What you are going to do on Tuesday, also on Thursday, if you are coming from the technical background already, if you have the knowledge of the track which you are learning already, you are advised to attend the RRP session, that is the reference ready resume preparation session. Excuse me. These sessions are where you can be more vocal with the management. That strengthens your visibility. Uh, it strengthens your credibility to show up that you are not here just to learn and then disappear. You are here to get placed, and more credibility that strengthens your marketability, because the marketing team will understand you are showing up again and again on both the days, Thursday and Tuesday, not just to show up, because you are concerned about your CV to marketed for you to get placed, because the entire entire activities that involves in learning, the whole idea was for your placement. And that's the reason you need to show up again and again and again and again and again and again into the RRP session until you get placed. That you need to remember for sure. Otherwise, what happens, people just attend maximum 3 times and they say that okay, this is just a repeat, I need not to show up. The moment you vanish, the moment you disappear, RRP team thinks that you have gotten placement somewhere else through some other resources or sources. That's the reason you are not showing up, and there your marketability gets dropped, and they don't again market you because you are not showing up. Okay, so this is highly recommended activity that you need to do. And Wednesday, you can choose to relax and have a breather day. So if it is a quick refresh, just say yes, you understand this. Just say everyone yes if you get it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Any questions so far in these days program? No
No.
question, I believe. Yeah. Wonderful. Now let's get started. And what we are going to understand is quickly. Can you all see the slide now?
Yes.
Okay. So what we are going to do, we are taking a deep dive towards the deep learning of project management concept. Okay. In this project management concept, what we are going to understand is that the phases of project management that we will understand, and benefits of the project management, what it will include, and also what all are the 14 knowledge areas, sorry, 10 knowledge areas of project management What are the knowledge areas of the project management? What all documents it contains? And we will also go in detail as per new project management guide, that is the PMBOK 7. Okay, got it, everyone? Yes, no?
Yes.
What
Yes.
the agenda you have gotten? Okay, now what we are going to do is that we are going to start with what is project management with the project. Okay, and this has come from PMI itself. That's the Project Management Training Institute. Okay, so for the project management, the official body is Project Management Training Institute. Earlier, now it is PMI. Okay, with me so far? Say yes if you are understanding every single bit.
Yes. PMI.
I need to understand that you are understanding. I want someone to read the left side of the project portion.
Yeah, I can go ahead.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. What is project management? Below that, we have the definition of what a project is, and it states a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique result. And a couple of examples include network upgrade, build an office, or develop a new vaccine.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much for reading this out. So when we need to understand project, the whole idea is that there is a problem. Okay, and problem comes with the result. There is a challenge. Challenge needs some innovative touch. Challenge needs to meet innovation, and it needs to result in what? In the solution. Okay. So for that, you apply certain endeavor. You choose to proceed towards the result with certain step, with proper understanding and uh, proper stepwise. You will approach to the result with the stepwise approach. What all the approaches are there? Initially, if a common problem is there and you don't know that how you are going to solve it, what you may do is that you may plan them well in advance. You may foresee the result. Okay, that's number one. You understand. Say for example, imagine yourself in a big hotel. Okay, and while you are in that big hotel, you are in your own room that you have checked inside, and what happens is that sudden fire alarm kicks in. Okay, you hear the buzz of the fire alarm. So fire alarm has created a problem, right? It has created the panic situation, right? And what is going to happen is that what it brings the objective in front of you. What should be the end result of this fire alarm when you listen to the fire alarm? What should be the end result?
I should be safe.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
All will run away from the hotel.
What did you say? Could you repeat that? What? All?
Run away from the hotel.
Okay, so the end result is what? Be away from the hotel, right?
Yeah.
Of course, at that moment, you have only one goal, is to be away from the hotel. So your project is, of course, safely as I heard someone saying, I think it's Abhishek. Okay, Abhishek said that safe. Okay, so safely being away from the hotel, safely away. Okay, now this itself has become what? Project, right? So project is what? Project was the fire alarm. Your client or you don't want the fire alarm. What do you want? You want safety, right?
Safety.
And
Yes.
safety is the solution over here, right? And to achieve that safety, what you need to figure out are the steps. Okay, what you need to figure out the ways, and what you need to figure out the approaches. Agree? Yes, no?
Yes.
But the thing is that during the project time, at the time of execution, I could hear some background noises. So okay, so if you want this the conversation you can keep private. So you can, for this moment, you can go on mute. But otherwise, I would advise everyone to remain unmute, because this is going to be interactive, and that's the reason. So at that moment, you are not going to figure out everything. It has to be planned well in advance. Yes or no? Steps, ways,
Yes.
and approach. Yeah.
Yes.
So so you can understand every project is when that is the challenge for a person, for organization, or for a business. Okay. And to overcome that challenge, you figure out some solution. Here the challenge was the panic fire alarm, and now safety became the solution. So this was a quick example. So
Yes.
and later you may realize that was fire alarm was just a example of mock drill. Okay, it was not actual the real fire alarm. This was just mock drill happen. Okay, because you have imagined, that's the reason I brought this quick twist over here, so that now you can relief at the mental level, feel the relief at the mental level. Now when it says that it needs to create a unique result, not the same result, but of course the whole fundamental is to have result. To have what, everyone?
Result.
Result of the problem, result of the safety. Okay, and few example has
Yes.
been given, as you read, that if network upgrade is problem. Why network upgrade? Because the poor network is slowing down the connectivity. Okay, enhancing the what slowness, right? At also creating a quick outages in the connectivity possible. Yes or no? And that's when you choose to upgrade your network. Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Okay, so there are version of network. When you will read about the networking, okay, cable networking or internet networking, you will understand there are the various versions. Okay, you might have heard internet protocol, that's IPv4 version, 6 version, and so on. Right? If you have read it. So every time the network is getting upgraded. Even building an office is a project in itself. But before it gets built, everything gets its blueprint. What it gets?
Blueprint.
Blueprint means it has to be modeled. You need to understand how you will be approaching. You need to understand steps and ways and mediums, that how you will reach from one source to another destination. How will you reach from problem to solution? Identifying those ways, approaches in between, those are the resources, and we need to understand even these resource point as well. With me so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
it is
Yes.
just not limited to hardware or software
Mm-hmm.
or construction work or healthcare or insurance or banking. In every area, oil, gas, petrol, FMCG, everywhere. Okay, project is there and project management is there. Okay, with me so far, everyone? Say yes if you understood whatever I spoke.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I want to thank you. Thank you for your responses. Now I want to invite someone to this the right side of the card. Go ahead. Go ahead, everyone. Yeah, go ahead.
Application of knowledge, skills, tools, and technique to project activities to meet project requirements.
Yeah. So as I said, thank you so much for reading out first of all. So
Yeah.
application of the knowledge, again skills, tools and techniques to project activities to meet project requirement are the part of project management. So when I'm saying that, I just drew one line and say that you are here at point A with the problem. You need to reach to point B to the solution. In between, you need a vehicle to reach that. Okay, and these vehicle can be the skills, right? These vehicle can be your activities that you will do here. Okay, the tools you will be using that to reach to the solution. Okay. And you will having certain meetings, understanding, plan, preparation, everything will become the part of vehicle. Yes or no? Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
And your vision and mission is clear. What is your vision and mission over here? That is point B. How, where you have to focus at point B, right? So these are, these will not work if you have not, uh, if you have not uh, what strengthened foundation. If your foundation is weak, if your sphere, or say if your this circle is weak, these may not sustain, these may fall down. Okay, your skills may fall down, tools may fall down, techniques may fall down. So it has to be concrete. Are you understanding when it comes to project management?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So if I
yes.
need to tell in other ways, now understand, very, very important over here, because we are entering into project management and you need to start understand this one. Okay. So now, what is this? Who can tell me?
Cup.
Cup. Absolutely right. This is a cup. And in this cup, whatever you see inside, what you can call it as inside the cup? What do you may call it?
A solution or a liquid.
Okay, yeah, liquid. Okay, wonderful. Now let me redraw this, okay, because it doesn't look, it is not sounding well to me. I mean, I'm just trying to, my drawing is not that good. Yeah. So you said what? This is the solution, this is the liquid, right? Okay. What will happen? What will happen when there is a crack into it in the cup? What will happen?
Yeah, the liquid will spill out.
Okay, the whatever is inside will spill out, right? Okay, spill over, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Things will spill over. And to avoid such spillover, this cup has to be strong. Yes or no? Leak proof. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when we are talking about the project, okay, when we are talking about the project, so inside project, and project is for what? Project is to, this is a kind of a project is a, okay. So when we are talking about the project, so if we need to understand the project, we are solving various problem into IT. Okay, and these IT companies are generally running the business, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. For any business, what is important is that, again, if you understand this entire cup is the business or the organization. Okay, organization. Okay, and this requires the solution. What is going to happen is that if you understand in this, what one business will hold inside it, for any business, what should be inside? So for the cup, any liquid will be inside. Okay, if it is broken, it will spill over. But for business, what is there inside? How business runs generally? Tell me quickly. What all things you need to have?
Project.
Ideas, revenue,
Okay.
solutions,
You need to
outcomes.
have revenue. You need to have, and who all are going to work? Of course, the employees, right? And staff members. Yes or
Yeah.
no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
More
Yes.
staff member, more then processes, tools, application. Yes or no?
Yes.
Manpower,
Yes.
vendors, every single
Mm.
thing.
Mm.
Now why they need to have these all? Because they have the strong, they need to have strong holder to hold this cup. Okay, so
Yeah.
the holder is what? Vision. Okay, your vision. Okay, vision is what? That will hold this cup, because you know that where you want to go, your point B. Okay, If this is not known, if this is unknown, will there be any benefit of pouring these all container inside it?
No.
Will so contain inside this container? So in a nutshell, what we are telling, that what is inside it is content. Yes or no?
Yes.
These
Yes.
these are the
Content.
content of what? These are the content of a business. What you saw in the earlier picture, again, those liquid could be water, coffee, or tea. Those could be content of that container. Okay, and there is one more term for this container, which is called as context. What it is called as?
Context.
Context. Why
Context.
context? Because
Context.
this context is made up of the vision only. The outer sphere has been made by the vision only. So how you will develop the context? The more stronger context, the easier and safety of the content would be. The processes will be more leak proof. The trust will be high when it comes to vendors, and the finance will continue to flow in it. Okay, these are going to be supportive nature, and thereby you are holding the vision in your hand. And what happened to make these context very stronger? You apply certain values. Okay, certain values, and these values will result into some codes, and those codes will create certain rules. To tell this, what I mean to say is that, say for example, the context is that transportation. Okay, US transportation vision is that smooth transportation. The value is that safety. Say for example, value is safety and security. Yes or no? Safe
Yes.
transportation.
Yes.
And if you relate with the same fire drill example as well, safety was the concern. Okay, so what do you do? So these values, these are the values that these value will bring forth some codes. Codes will be what? Codes will be that knowledge of driving. Okay, then uh, walking etiquettes. Okay, walking etiquettes, then traffic. Right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
every value, sorry, now value was the safety and security, and the code of honors became what? Driving, walking, traffic. And these became the code of honor. Now, every code of honor will generate or give birth to the rules, set of the rules. Set of what, everyone?
Rules.
Rules. So traffic rule will say that when it is red, please stop. When it is yellow, start. But when it is green, please go. Do you all agree?
Yes.
These rules were made. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
When it comes to traffic or transportation safety, we understand, we follow, we understand, because on physics, if some mishap happens, if rules are not followed, what is going to happen? This will lead to what? If you don't follow, you're driving wrongly, you're not wearing seat belt, it may result to what?
Get ticket.
Accident or injury.
Yeah,
Punishment.
injury, punishment,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Fine.
So
Yes.
following a rule should be a choice to you or mandate.
Yeah.
Mandate.
And it is
Mandate.
for your safety. Okay, so see, this is for your safety. Whether you follow, you don't follow, that is your will. But even if you don't follow, it will result in what? Fine. And
Yes.
it will result in what?
Fine.
Fine.
Fine. Is it fine?
Yes.
Would you encourage that?
No.
Do you want to feel or get fined again and again and again? No. The answer is no. And thereby you will go back rules from where it came, to the code of honor from where it came, to the value system from where it came, from the context from where it came, to the vision, and you will continue to focus on the vision. Right? And for that, to follow that, you grow from a child to young or to adult. What happens? You keep on learning. Yes or no? Agree?
Yes.
You keep on learning. Okay. Earlier you were child, now you have a big vision. You want to become a big person. Okay. So
Yes.
in project management, the processes is always improvising. It is growing from a child to full blown adult. Okay. The whole cycle is dependent upon the learning. And today, when you are changing in the project management, bringing the ways to deliver the software, everything is changing. Everything is rapidly changing in today's digital age to become from a starting point to the foolproof or secured enough learning center. Every organization want to become the learning center, because when they want to achieve any success of the project, they want to impart whatever they have done so far to all the upcoming resources, whether they are living resources, non-living resources, so that they will be easily adopting all the processes to take any project towards the success.
Yes.
Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Yeah. Here what I have applied, the importance of following certain values. What happens in any project management? What is the missing link is that project has the customer gives you project, customer has certain values and principle. They are vocal, they maintain these values and principle on their website. Where they are coming to the organization, they have their values and system, and they follow those organization. But as a person who are working, they don't have their own values and system. They don't have their value or their own code of honor or their own rules, and thereby what happened, these resources who are the catalyst in bringing the success or the solution for the project, they fail to deliver the successful result sometime. And that's when the project falls under the panicking situation. They don't deliver the successful result sometime. As a human, as a project manager, now you need to remember this before you are taking any project in the hand, and before you are defining the approaches. Everywhere remind yourself for the ways of the code of honors of the value system. Continue to do the value mapping. No one is going to teach you over the internet or anywhere what I have taught you over here. So what I am teaching you right now, just now, it is coming from the imprecision, that is to which I am call it as through experience. Okay. The imprecision is word. If you'll go to the Scrum guide, it talks about imprecision means things which are developed through experience. Okay. And when you look back, you inspect what exactly the problem was. Okay. And then you introspect why the problem was, and then you show some tweak with that you need to adapt. Okay. Inspect,
Yeah.
introspect. So if I'll say first, before inspection, so inspect and introspect is the same. You need to be transparent enough to tell you the truth, tell yourself the reality. So first step is the transparency, then inspection, and then adaptation. And then you announce something new, some new changes, some new tweak. And I want you as a project owner or product manager or project manager, always remember this, and then start your project management skill or project management journey. With me so far?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
this is the foundation I wanted to set over here before entering into project management. Now, very, very important. So if you are getting into project management, every single journey comes under phases. Okay. So even if you look at the why, let's understand, this is quite important. Why project management? The benefit of project management is that it will enhance the performance of the project. Uh, you will have certain business goals that will require to be achieved, and then you speed up the delivery the moment you have the clarity. And if you are reaching to the business goal with the clarity, what is going to happen? The cost of cost of solution will reduce. Okay, and you will also gain the competitive advantage because your reliability context will go high. Your reliability matrix will go higher because you will become such a project manager who can be relied for the faster delivery. Okay,
Yes.
and thereby you will be overcoming your competition as well. You are beating them. Okay, why? Because you are meeting the expectation. If you have polished yourself as, or you have positioned yourself with that sound or sharp and smart project manager, and thereby it attracts more credibility when it comes to project management. Why it's so important? So when if I need to talk about in the structural manner, then you need to understand one very important thing. And let me make it more readable. Just a second. Second, that's okay. So I think that it is readable now. No. Yeah. So why project manager is so important? Based on the survey conducted by PMI itself. By whom? By whom, everyone?
PMI.
PMI. Everyone is awake. Just want a quick check. Kyod, Ajibu, Neha, Pritanjali, Sandhya. Everyone is there, right?
Yes.
You can
Yes.
unmute
Sir.
and say yes. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yes.
So what it says that, thank you for a quick confirmation. It says that as per this survey, any type of project management methodology are better at meeting budget, staying on schedule, and meeting scope, quality standard, and expected benefits. Okay. So any type of project management methodology can be used for this. Project management methodology is what? It's an approach to solve a problem. So what the stats says that 9.9% of every dollar wasted due to the poor project performance. So make sure that you are not performing poorly. Okay.
Mhm.
Then 32% of the budget is lost when a project fails to reach its goal. Why? Because goals or purpose gates fade away. Always keep in front of yourself. And for that very reason, I just quickly touch base the topic to which we call it as a value mapping. Okay, which is not taught anywhere in any project management class. Okay, now 39% of project fail due to the changes in an organization priorities. Because again, because of the value mapping is not prioritized, the rest of all the prioritization gate failed because these are not adhered to the goals or context what customer has set up. And that's the reason. Again, you need to keep on the customer's priority on top. 52% of the completed project experience high scope creep. Of course, the scope creep is normal. What is scope creep? Means customer comes with the X requirement, and in between he may demands Y. Why it happens? Because the way the technology is changing. Okay, and this change will be called as what? Scope creep. How you are dealing with it? If the skill is not there, the scope will continue to creep and go high. Okay, if you are not able to handle this, you will only creep for the scope creep. With me so far, everyone?
Yes.
So need to
Yes.
develop the skill to how to handle the scope creep. Now, this says that 68% of organization outsources their project to the third parties. Why? To avoid this all chaos. So there's at the end, the mentality says that, see, everyone wants less burden, but someone is there to work. Okay. And you can consult them. Maybe they have their own priority, some other priority, and that's the reason they are outsourcing every single thing to the different organization. Right? So you need to understand why they have prioritized you over them. And that's the reason they choose you as an organization to solve their problem. With me so far? Yes, no?
Yes.
Say yes if you
Yes.
understood what I said. Now, here was a quick
Yes.
introduction to project management, and the benefits of it. Okay. Now, I would like to invite Prerna to take the just steps of project management from here. Let me know, Prerna, if you are there, if you have entered, can you take from here? Just let me quickly check. All right, guys, never mind. Okay, so yeah, coming back to the phases of the project management. So what is the first phase do you see on the screen? Who can tell me?
Project
The very first
initiation.
initiation. Okay. Now, before we go, let's understand the what all the project phases are there, and this is with any project phase. Okay. The first one is initiate. You first initiate any project, then you plan it. Before, and when you plan it, then you execute it. And when you execute it, now your executions should be relentless. Your execution should be ongoing. Your execution should be consistent. Otherwise, what may happen? See, uh, you every time, and it is quite okay. It is quite common when you are starting something. Okay, as a human, you may feel tired, yes or no? If you're working on something continuously, you would require a pause, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. When you require a pause is bigger. Okay. It may, will become resultant, and it will become visible, and it may create the chaos. Okay. That may happen during the execution. And that's the reason when you need to get into the control position. You need to always monitor the progress, and whenever is needed, you measure the key KPI, key performance indicator. Make sure you are pitching in, planning back and forth, and making sure everything is on the track. With me so far? Yeah.
Yes.
To an idea,
Yeah.
to an just a quick example. I took a pause just few seconds ago, right? While I was explaining this. What would have happened if I would have gone on a longer pause? It might have created a concern, right? It because there is no responsiveness. Now I come back and I realize that I need to control it, right? And I continued over it. Okay, and then when you are able to control it well, monitor it well, and everything goes smooth, then you can define or you can announce the closer. With me so far?
Yes.
Yeah. Now I see that Prerna has entered. I would like to hand over to her. I am more than time overrun because Prerna, if you are there,
Yeah, Gaurav, I'm there. I'm just
please take
joining from my
over.
laptop as well.
Not a problem. Please take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
Give me a
I'll
second. You just make me
take a pause
co-host.
over here. Any questions so far? Please ask, guys. Meanwhile, I'll make Prerna co-host. Any questions so far while you are understanding? Yes, no?
No.
No.
Are you able to understand the concept as such?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Now I have just
Gaurav,
handed
can you
over.
help me with the slide that you were running on right now? Slide
I
number?
have to just tape away Prerna. So
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't see the slide number. Gaurav, can you please tell me? It was 31, right?
31.
Project,
Yeah.
5 phases of project management. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll start with the next one. Next slide or same slide?
Same slide, Prerna.
Okay. So I have to start this one, right? Okay, great. Fine, fine. You can drop off. Thank you so much. Hello, guys. Give me a second. I'm just sharing my screen. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes.
Yeah. Great. Okay, sure. Nice. Thank you. Let us get started. So these are the, as mentioned on the screen, these are the 5 phases of project management. Okay. So now these are the generalized and I would say the most significant one. Okay. There are many sub processes there can be, but these are the 5 ones which if you know the, I would say, root or I would say the crust of project management. Okay. Is my voice audible? I just shifted to my earphones. Hello? Yeah.
Yes.
Am I audible, guys? Okay, so thank you. Thank you for the
Yes.
response. Yes. Okay. So I assume Gaurav did not start on this slide. So may I request all of you to first go one by one on each phases, just phase heading like project initiation and then planning. Okay. And then we can get started by each phase. Go ahead.
Phase 1, project initiation.
Next.
Create the project. Okay. Planning.
Project
Okay.
execution.
Project control.
And last.
Project close.
Very well. Okay. So as we can see, there are 5 I would say prominent phases, which starts from initiation, then planning, then execution, then control, and then close. Okay. So now let us understand what each one of them have in detail. As the pointers mentioned, can I request someone to read the pointers mentioned in the project initiation, please? There are 3 points rather. Yeah.
Create
For project. Go ahead.
create the project charter, determine stakeholders, complete business case.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Neha. So what are we saying? First and foremost, create the project charter. Okay. Now, let me be very honest. This is one of the very important document, but very few, project managers or very few, projects actually prepare one. So it's basically a document which has all the important aspects of projects, which are like what is the scope of this project, what are the objectives, what are the timelines, what is the budget of the project, who are the stakeholders, and if in every project always requires approval. Approval means whoever is sponsoring the project, so there's a project sponsor, who is a project delivery manager, who is a project manager, who is a team leader, who is an architect. So all that hierarchy is also mentioned. And along with that, we need to, so in that, we also get to know who are the stakeholders, like people directly and indirectly involved. See, every team member's name might not be included. It is rather not, never included, but all the senior level, and especially people who are responsible for the project, like project sponsor. It's a very good term. It's a good to know term. That means a person or an organization or a group who sponsors your project, right? So generally your delivery head or your department head, or many a times it's like a thumb rule, like to have your CEO, CTO, CFO, to have your, as a project sponsor. So that's like one of the very important parts. So from organization point of view, who is providing you the funds? Okay, client is giving to the company, but from your company also you get funds, right? Like you need to buy computers, you need to buy servers, you need to buy software. So all that who gives? So that is given by the project sponsor. At least the name title has to be there. So first of all, what is the what is the objective of this project? Like what this project does, for whom you are you are working for this project, who is the client of the project, and also what is the name of the project? What is the business case? Business case means what is the understanding behind taking up a case? What is the you know objective? So for example, in my earlier organization, we had to revamp, or we have to recreate or newly create a HRMS system. So HRMS stands for Human Resource Management System. Okay. So in that scenario, we had to give an explanation or justification that the earlier system, whatever the HRs had, it was not capable enough to handle all the work related activities. Hence, we had to come up with this new project, wherein starting from attendance till appraisals till handovers, all the employee activities, records, everything will be maintained and managed by the new system. You get my point? What is the business case? Yes.
Yes.
Any doubt?
Yes.
Yeah. So as the name suggests, it is the initiation or the starting of the project, right, guys? So starting of the project, you need to know why are we starting a project, first of all. Like, when you enroll to any courses or anywhere, we should know that why we are doing it, right? So that what is the purpose of that? So that is one of the main essential part. Okay. Let us go to the next phase. May I request someone to,
Yeah, create project
read the
management plan, define budget and scope, identify risk, construct work breakdown structure.
Absolutely right. Thank you, Neha. So what it does, as the name suggests, we are doing planning. Okay. We are now planning our project. So what it does, create a management plan means who will do what. Huh? So who will manage which responsibility? That is more or less your management plan, and with the names and details of all the people involved in the project, like the management plan along with your team, all the responsible resources. We would also have your senior manager, or your, when I say your, it is your organizations, right? Delivery managers, any directors directly or indirectly associated. So all of them will be mentioned. Okay. Also, apart from that, second is define budget and scope. So, in the earlier one also, in the project initiation, we were mentioning budget, like it will be like, okay, it will be a 50K project, or a 1 million project, or 1 billion project for that matter. It's a huge project, if that for that matter. But then here we are defining the budget and scope. That means, see, many a times, or most of the times, what happens, customers or clients do not pay upfront. Okay, there are milestones. Everybody understand this word milestones. that means you achieved a certain point in your execution. Like when babies grow or kids grow, you have milestone like 3-month-old milestone, 6-month-old milestone, or by 1 year the kid should start to walk or at least prepare to walk or crawl. So like that there are milestones. So same way, even your project there are milestones. So many a times your the I would say funds or the payments from the customers are directly linked to that. So for example, if our project is say 50% done, the customer will pay 50%. Definitely in the initial they would pay something. So I remember when I worked for a medium or small size organization, that time the customer used to do that. There used to be a contract and there was no full payment of the project charges or project uh, you know I would say total amount. There used to be breakdowns as per milestone. So that's why we have to define budget and scope. So scope means first of all, whatever, what are the boundaries that within we are working, what we will be working on, what would be our limitations or what will be our borders. So we should not go beyond that. So if it is a, uh, you know, I would say online marketing website like Amazon or others. So where should we stop? What all products are being endorsed or sold off? What are the payment methods that we are agreeing? Are we agreeing on cash on delivery or it is only online payments and things like that? So defining the scope, what is included in the project and what should not be developed. And second part is define the budget. So what would be your budget? We should not cross certain amount or because if we do, then we might incur into losses, right? Because our expenses would be higher than our profits. So that also needs to be mentioned. And along with that, on what time or on which milestone we will get payments from the customer, that will also be mentioned. Make sense? And last but not the least, sorry, it's construct WBS, that is work breakdown structure. So we will learn this in detail going further, but it's one of my favorite, most favorite, I would say, topics. So give me a minute. I'll just, if I could show you an example of work breakdown structure. Images are not so clear, but give me a second. I'm trying to share my screen. Actually, in our projects, we do have a very good image wherein we explain how each project works. So I'm trying to show you an image, guys. Give me a second. I'm just expanding it. Let me just show you this one.
Hi, Prerna. I have a quick
Hello.
question. Generally,
Go ahead.
how long is our session? Like 1 hour, 1.5 hour?
Yeah, roughly 1.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know when you can see this screen. It's an important aspect. That's why I would like to show you. Yeah, can you see this work breakdown structure?
Yes.
Yes, template. Okay.
Yes.
So what it says is generally there is a program. Program means there is a bigger objective. Or I remember during Corona time, there used to be programs in organization like taking everything online or implementing every department's work online, because that time I was working for a leading Indian bank, and earlier there was one policy that prior Corona that work from home was not a regular way of work, right? It was not encouraged. But due to Corona, everybody had to get started with that. So imagine that is one of the programs that you have to get every department in the work from home model. So let's come to IT. Okay, so here it's project one. Is it visible, guys? Everybody can see this. I've tried to enlarge it. Yes.
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 Project
Yes.
one. So in that project one, we can have these two tasks, considering task one, task two, that is development and testing. Okay, just for simplicity's sake. One is development, one is testing. So everybody knows what is development and what is testing.
Yes.
Yes.
In case if someone doesn't know, I'll try to explain. So development. So here in development, okay, we can have front-end development, back-end development. Front-end development means screens like this, wherein you get to see how the web page is looking, where are the buttons, where are the images. And back-end means, when you log into any bank accounts or any Facebook, Gmail account, once you put in your user ID and password, you are taken to your home page. So in that entire process, your data flows to backend, like in the database, it gets matched up and it's come back. So basically backend, front end, then designing. So there is a hierarchy. So what is the hierarchy? First of all, this project. So imagine your project name is project A, okay? Or for that it is project one. Can you see project one? Okay. And in this
Yes. Yes.
task one we can assume as development, and this is testing. So, and this is say
Mm.
front end, and this is database, okay, as of now. So imagine if you're working in front end, that means developing as a web designer, okay, web designer and database administrator. So if you are a web designer, then your WBS would be 1.1.1. Can you see this? That is project on 1. In that task 1 point development 1.1, because it is a subtask, that is 1. If you are working in web development, again here you are working as a designer, that is work package 2. Can you see this? It is mentioned as 2. So your WBS would be 1.1.1.2. So this way, now this is the easiest way to explain. Everybody clear with this? And why WBS is
Yes.
important? Yeah, and why WBS is important? I was actually expecting this question, that okay, we have this structure, that is fine, but why we have this structure? Because as I was saying, that we also require funding and funds from from our own organization to carry on our work. So in that,
Yes.
we whenever we require any amount, or we require any sponsorship, like for example, this web designer needs to have a very good and newest software for some editing, some image editing, some effects, so they would require funds. So when organization pays you for that particular work, that WBS is allotted to this, so they would know it is for this project and this task for this particular department. Get my point? So that is why WBS is so important. Everybody with me on this?
Yes.
Just just
Yes.
try to
Yes.
have a look at this image. It's the hierarchy. Just try to explore. Okay. So WBS is important when we also charge to customers. When I say charge to customer, that means if this particular WBS, it can be a person, it can be a department. If they are working for say 40 hours a week, okay, so that is being charged to my customer. If this particular department, a database, if they are working 20 hours a week, so that will also charge to the customer. So WBS can be used in multiple formats. It can be basically for understanding where your project expenses are going from your organization point of view, as well as when we talk to our customers, or when we see where our major income is coming from customer, that for that also WBS is used. So any doubt in WBS, that is, see the name itself says work breakdown structure. So you had one big program, from that you had multiple projects, in that project you had multiple tasks, and in that you have subtasks, and in that you have actually implemented implementing subtasks. So it is breaking down of work. Everybody with me on this?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. Okay, so let me get back to our slide. Okay. So we were understanding, define, construct work breakdowns. By the way, did I define? Okay, there's one more point is identify risk. Okay, identify risk, that is prior to work breakdown structure. So when I say identify risk, that means, and also there is one document, it is not mentioned here, it is called as a risk register, right? Like how we had project charter, in same pattern, we also have a document called risk register. So in that, it's basically the activity or the process of trying to identify the risk in advance. Okay, so what all risks there can be? I mean, there are certain risks which we can foresee, right, which we can anticipate in advance. So basically, delay in development due to unavailability of resources, delay in work due to unavailability of funds, okay, delay in work due to understanding or scope creep. So scope creep means something that you from the customer, you got some requirements and you assumed it in a different manner, and customer was expecting in a different manner. So that is a scope creep, okay? So
Yes.
things like that. So there are multiple ways, or also there can be risk of customer not paying on time, or delays from customer, or customer not giving signing off from time. Signing off basically means you develop a piece of work or a software and you give it to customer for their okay, no, go, no go, or okay or not okay, and the customer is taking too much time to confirm on that. So these are some of the most important actors that we do, or the activities that we actually undertake during the planning phase. So identify risk basically, as the word suggests, means you are anticipating and jotting it down. Okay, it's a proper document wherein you try to, I would say, gauge that, okay, I might, fall into this risk. So I have to prepare a plan for that. So there is also a risk mitigation plan that is also prepared. So by the way, when I'm sharing these document details, guys, trust me, very few teams and organizations go into such detail, because generally everybody is in such a hurry to just implement, test, and deliver. This kind of documentation is not undertaken by everyone. Okay, so this is again case to case basis. It is again team to team and company to company basis. Okay, just for your information. So next phase is project execution. Okay, so may I request someone to read out please, project execution. Anyone?
Okay,
Go ahead, guys. Anyone?
Go ahead.
allocate project resources, schedule project tasks, continue project status updates.
Yeah, thank you so much. So what it says, allocate project resources. That means now project resources stands or means it has a multiple way meaning. That means first of all, resources is a very multidimensional word. Okay, it stands for funds, it stands for money, it stands for all the necessary things required for project, and it also stands for the actual team members which are working for the project. Okay, which are the resources. So we have to allocate who will do what. So, okay, development team members. Okay, these are development team members. Then these are the testing team members, and these are the person who is the architect, who's a database administrator. They will do this, they will do that. So after planning the project, we are getting into in detailed distribution of work. Okay, so first of all, who will do what? So that is allocate project resources. Apart from getting funds, like whenever we get funds, that is also resource. And also from, like, for example, imagine, as I was saying, that a web designer needs a very good upcoming software, right? So his or her work won't start unless we get that software. So for that software, also we need resources. So that resources would come from the department or department head or the organization, a particular department like accounts department. So or IT support department wherein they approve and they provide funds. So that is also resources. So here in this phase, what are we doing? We are giving work and arranging funds. When I say resources, that means if we need a server, are we getting the server? We need to write an application to get a server. We're writing an application for any specific MacBook if we want for the project. So whatever we are doing, we are mentioning that, allocating, start working on this. Second is schedule project tasks. Okay, when I say schedule, so that's the timeline, it's a timetable, and then we allocate that work to everyone, whosoever is involved. So when I say allocate project resources, that means, okay, you will do this, you will do that. That's fine, but when? By when? So, okay, our documentation phase will require maybe a week. I'm just talking about plain business development, not agile as of now. Or maybe in agile, we have a 2-week sprint. Then, okay, our BA team would work on this for 2 days. Our then we would be like, development team will take another 3-4 days to work. Then the testing team will come in picture. They will work, or they will at least start working simultaneously once some piece of development has been done. So it will, so that way we are scheduling it. We are making a timetable of it. We are making a structure out of it. So everybody would know who will do what and when, right?
Yes.
So that is important. That is scheduling. And last point is continue project status updates. Now, so as we are into project execution phase, so that doesn't mean we are working in silos or we are not associated with client. We have to give a detailed project status report. Generally, it's a weekly affair in many organizations. So in this entire week, or maybe in Agile, there are daily updates. So in this entire week or entire day, whatever work you have managed, or whatever functionalities you have developed, or whatever product backlog items that you have worked upon, that needs to be shared with the customer. Okay, and so it's a very regular practice. It's a genuinely followed practice, because customer today is very intelligent, they're very active, and they want to know what is happening in the project. Okay, so that's why continue project status updates. And by the way, the updates not only go to the customers, they also go to your senior management, your department heads, people in your hierarchy who are interested in your project. So basically, broadcasting of your project. So in my earlier organization, we used to send a monthly report of the advancements or the improvements or the changes in the project status to a broader audience. Like that was too many stakeholders, but generally it is weekly. I would say a policy, a weekly process. So and it's also a very helpful process, guys, because see, if you know, like I give this typical example, like if you are trying to build a house, okay, try to construct a house and you've given a contract to someone. So how would you like to have the communication with them after the work is done, or would you like to visit them often and see what are they working, what kind of wood they are using, what kind of windows they are building, what kind of furniture is being used, what kind of a color scheme they are using? So would you like to be involved in the process, or you just want to see the final output? What is your take on it? Tell me. Yes, it's a question. You're building a house, and how would you like your involvement to be?
Yeah, we would like to be involved in the entire process.
Involved in the process, yeah.
In between, to see all the changes happening, to see how things are going, right? Absolutely. So this is it. This is what the sharing of project status updates does with the client. They also be happy. They also be comfortable, and they know where the project is heading. Okay. Next part is project control. By the way, any doubt in project execution from anyone?
No, no.
No? See, guys, this is a very important aspect. That's why we are giving so much of time and deliberately explaining in detail. So don't worry if you think we are on only one slide, but it is I mean, it itself is an entire syllabus. Okay, when we say 5 phases of project management, so that's why we are giving so much of time. Okay. So can I request someone to read the next point, please?
Project control, monitor progression, measure key performance indicator, revisit project management plan.
Yes. So now we are looking at project from control point of view. When I say control, that means we understand that we are working and everything is going on, but then is it as per the budget? Is it as per the scope? Is it as per the timelines? Is it as per the given or client requested requirements? So basically, when I say monitor progression means the progress that you are making in your project, is it as per the expectations? Okay. So as you can see in generally in agile, we have this sprint planning meeting wherein we set up a project goal in that meeting. So in this sprint, we will complete this much work. So are we able to finish that work? Are we able to deliver that work? Are we on time? Are we within our budgets? With this pace, with this speed, will be able should we be, or will will be in a position like to deliver the project on time? So these are the questions that are being asked. It's a control phase, right? You're controlling things, you're monitoring things, you're taking action on that. Next is measure key performance indicator, that is KPI. So basically, what are the key performing indicators in your project? Like, what are the project goals that you had set up? What are the project milestones? Like, have you completed 20% of the project by this timelines that was mentioned to the client, or it was given to the client? Have we completed this much work? Have we delivered this much functionality to the customer as discussed? So these are the indicators wherein you have to stick to as per schedule. See, imagine the customer is also releasing payment as per the milestones as we discussed, right? So you need to be on top of it. Any delay in your delivery will directly delay in a breach of delay in money, because it will be a breach of contract. Okay, and breach of contracts are taken very, very seriously. So please take that into mind. And last is revisit project management plan. So, I generally give this classic and simple example of us, during our childhood preparing for our exams, right? So, whenever we used to get an exam schedule, or we used to know that, okay, exam would be in the next month or next month, and or whatever it is, we used to start, at least I used to start prepare the time schedule, like timetable, study timetable. We used to call it in a simple language. So therein we used to have that, okay, day one, maybe, you take maths, day two, you take any particular language, say English, day three, history. So you used to like, okay, this day I will finish these 3 chapters or 5 chapters, whatever. But imagine one day your cousins visit you, okay? They come over and you spend good time playing, enjoying with them, and, and that roughly entire day goes. And you kind of fall back, or you kind of, are delayed in your studies, right? So that one particular day when you had planned for history, 4 chapters that you couldn't do because you had visitors, you had your cousins, and you spend time with them. Now time is gone and you have not worked on that. Yes, yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes.
So
Yes.
how do you do that? So how do you manage that? So then in the next upcoming days, each or next 4 days, you will be kind of, trying to squeeze out time or trying to add on your study time and complete that one particular chapter of that subject. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So you basically make tweaks and make arrangements for that work which has not been worked upon, which was delayed. So that's a very simple logic that happens in real life too, and we have to work accordingly. So you revisit the plan. I'm not saying that there will be always delays, but there will be scenarios wherein there might be some changes required. Customer might come with some new requirements. Customer might say that they need to have some additional work to do. So in case of that, is it in within the scope? Is it will the budget will be covered by the customers? Do we have the timelines, and do we even have the strength? Do we have the resources capable enough to work on that? So all those things also needs to be planned. So entire project management process till delivery, we have to manage these things. And trust me, it might sound very cliche or quite confusing, but in real life, it is a very practical and very easy activity. Easy even in as you are in the project, the customer tells you something new, so you're like, okay, we need to sit and discuss. We need to come up with solution. We need to check with our product owner, and so this is very routine. Okay, now you might be saying, oh, this is so much, and we have to take care of so many things, but it's like one day at a time. So there is no one coming and just hovering over you. But yes, there will be pressure, but it is manageable because you have your entire team with you to
Yes.
control that. Yes, makes sense. Any doubt in this phase?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, guys, can we extend a couple of more minutes and finish project close? I know we are past time. Is it okay? Please give me thumbs up or say yes.
Yeah, sure.
Or
Yes.
yeah, sure.
Sure.
Thank you so much for your cooperation. So last phase, anyone? And please read the points. Project close.
Phases project close, record project process and findings, handover, deliverables.
Yes, and the last one.
Yeah, review that.
Okay. So record project processes and findings. So this is now the project close phase. Okay. Now we are completed with our work. We are done and dusted with all the requirements, and now we're handing over the work. So what all things are involved? So project closes. First is record project processes and findings. So project process means how did you carry on the work, which were the milestone, which were the KPIs, and how timely you achieved that. Will Were there any delays? What and findings means did we implement something new in technology, new in functionality? Did we learn something different that could be helpful for other projects? So that can be also mentioned as project findings. Handover deliverables means actually giving the project to the customer. So see, when we work on a project, it is an our area, like it's in your organization's server, it's in your development setup, okay, development environment we call it. But then when we hand it over to customer, we have to give it to the customer, and it will be into client domain. Like how we work on something, it always test and like www.test1.com, test2.com. But when it goes to client, it will be a google.com, it will be amazon.com, it will be a web.whatsapp.com, it could be timesofindia.com, it could be anything, glassdoor.com. So basically shifting the work from your development environment to the customer environment. And last but not the least, document and review data. Okay. So first of all, document data and review data. So document all the findings, document the parties involved, documents what are the scope was covered, document all the requirements that were actually implemented. So document all the important parts. And guys, it is really very important because there can be a scenario customer might come in future and or want to see the details or want to know what happened when, or in case if there is a similar project, maybe like banking projects, like generally functionalities are similar, or a shopping, online shopping models are similar. So for that, if there is any particular another project which is looking similar, which is which is on the similar grounds, the findings would also be helpful for that project. Okay, and generally, in case of complex or unique projects, people actually study the project files, the project study documents. Okay, so which is essential. Very few people follow it. Let me be honest with you, but it's a good practice to do. I had been implementing that as a project manager. That project closure phase, we used to have a very in detail brief documents, but at least we used to have it. And last but not the least, review data. Review data means you understand that okay, we could have gone faster or done better in this area. We could have done better testing, or we could improve this, or we implemented this better. So basically, what are your achievements and what are your drawbacks that you need to work on? That has to be mentioned. Okay. So
Yes.
this is your project control, project close, wherein you completed everything and now you are delivering it to the customer. Yes. So, and you have completed your project is now done. Your project is now closed. Okay. There will not further activities won't be involved. Everything has been covered and completed. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I know. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being there. And before we wind up, I would just like to request everyone to share your thoughts or share your feelings about today's session, about overall how you felt. It could be a one word, it could be a one sentence, or whatever you feel like, what you actually understood, and how you felt during the session. So we have quite a few people. So can we start one by one? Yeah, anyone? Go ahead.
Yeah, I can go first.
Yeah,
It was,
Abhishek.
yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was extremely detail oriented, and had a strong attention towards focus. So yeah, I like that part.
Thank you so much. Abhishek, you coming from business analyst background and giving these feedback matters and so much because you know how things actually happen in organization. You have actually worked. And then we try to, replicate or clone that on a similar level. Like we know we can't have the corporate feeling here, but at least we'll try to give you the understanding, right? So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Next person, please go ahead.
Yeah, Prerna, thank you so much, Prerna. It was a good
Yes,
class.
Neha.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Even though you don't come in the starting, I thought you are not going to come. It generally
No,
doesn't happen, no. So that's why.
yes.
Yeah.
No, I had some commitments, so I couldn't
Yeah,
start the session. So yeah, we worked in together in that.
yeah,
So no
exactly.
worries. Me and Gaurav, that is all managed. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, next person.
It was good, Prerna. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Suchita. Thank you for your involvement. Yes. Next.
Yeah, it was
All right.
informative. It was good.
Yeah. Thank you, Sandhya. Thank you. Next.
Thank you, Prerna, and thank you, Gaurav. It's very knowledgeable class. Thanks a lot, Prerna.
Thank you, Preet. I really like the enthusiasm in your voice. Though it's so late, but you are excited.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Kayode. Kayode, I couldn't hear you. Can you please repeat?
Yeah, it was quite very high opening and quite an initiative
Yes.
section.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you feel that way. Yeah, next person.
It was good and very informative. Thank you so much, Prerna.
Thank you, yes, sir. Yes. I think now only Ajibu is pending. Yes.
Yeah, it was interactive and thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Most welcome. Most welcome. Thank you for your kind words. And I'm pretty sure this is okay. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. You can leave and I'll just pause the recording. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. And guys, please, please, please try to prepare small videos of your understanding. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's a very fantastic activity. If you could do it over weekend with the help of your family members, just any topic you can pick up and talk about that topic. You can have your notes in front of you. It will be really helpful. It will be really good for you, your understanding, and we could put those videos in our YouTube channel as well. Okay, so try to work on that activity. Thank you so much.
Prerna,
If
can you
anybody has
also send the recording for yesterday?
Yeah, we are actually working on that. There is some technical glitch going on, and that's why we have not been able to share that, but we will do that. I am personally looking into it, and so over weekend there should be some progress, so we will share that. Yeah.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you, and really sorry for the delay. Thank you
And
so much.
similarly, can we also have the recordings for last week as well?
Yes, we are
Okay.
in the process of uploading all the recordings that have happened till now, so you'll get mostly all. So but then that's why it's taking time, because there are like many videos, and we are into that.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Good night, take care.
Thank
you.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Good night.
Thanks all.
Bye
Bye.
bye.